It's May 13th. It's Mother's Day. You're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to episode 331 of Mods on Air, bringing you the week in gaming news as modders, developers, and gamers ourselves. I am foyleman, and also on the show today we have with us Stryder is here. Hello, Stryder.
Hello, everybody.
We also have with us GameKat. Hello, GameKat.
Hello.
And Ham is with us. Hello, Ham.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, so anyway, before the show begins, let me remind you all that this show is recorded before a live audience of which you may be a part. You can listen in and message about the topics as Stryder posts the relevant URL into the chat window in case you care to follow along. And for the other links that are there, you click on them. It's your own fault. And finally, for those of you who haven't heard the show before, the show may contain some explicit language or adult themes. I understand it is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. But still, adult themes. Yeah, so, as I said, Happy Mother's Day out there. Whoever. Stryder.
I'm not the mother. But it is Happy Mother's Day.
It is, yes. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so
no, I'm not going to say what I typed earlier.
And it's a beautiful day outside. Well, she isn't with us because he's in the process of renovating his cardboard box over there in Canada. And he's trying to figure out where to put the pillow.
It's adding a new room, too, I heard.
So yes, and but he will be with us again, I believe, next week. So we also probably have something else going on next week. So you're going to want to check us out next week when we do that special thing. And as for this week's topics, it's a little slim, but we do have something to talk about here. And I thought I would start off with some more GameStop bashing, which I know I enjoy. I don't know about the rest of you. So GameStop says that they are going to finally be offering Steam cards, basically prepaid access to your Steam account so you can purchase games. So now you can purchase for someone a card that'll allow them to purchase a game online and download it. And why this is a big deal is because GameStop is saying, you know what, screw it, nobody's buying crap from us, whether it be in the store or online, so we're just going to start selling everybody else's crap, which is about time.
Pretty soon GameStop is just going to be a store full of gift cards and used console games.
Yeah.
And Rock Band, used Rock Band paraphernalia.
Does it say what the lowest denomination is? Because I have a $20 GameStop card that I'm never going to use.
That's
If
actually
I could
going to be up.
trade that for a Steam card, that'd be sweet.
I don't know. I was going to say that's up to Steam, but it's probably not up to Steam. It's probably up to them what they're going to offer. Maybe $50 is the lowest that they'll go to make sure that they get some of your money. Now, there is no word whether or not they're going to bump up the price, for a convenience fee.
It seems that this would probably be the first brick and mortar store to carry these, wouldn't it?
I've
Yes,
never
I think
heard of
so.
it anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I don't know if your local store is going to make you pay tax on it. Whereas through Steam, you may not have to pay tax.
I don't think you pay tax on gift cards, ever.
Okay. Good.
But
I'd
yeah,
buy
there
them.
might be a convenience fee, you're right.
Speaking of which, when's the last time you guys bought a game at a brick and mortar? And Stryder, I'm assuming that you're going to be the first one to have an answer. Because you don't like the digital services as much. I understand. That's why.
I don't know. Probably about a year and a half ago now.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even remember.
I think Kane and Lynch 2 was the last thing I bought because I got a discount.
I think it was Bioshock, maybe.
And I will be getting...
Bioshock 2?
Bioshock 2.
Bioshock, maybe? Yeah, go on.
No,
I'll
you know
be-
what? It was Red Dead Revolver. Sorry. I'll shut up now.
Kane and Lynch 2 was in July of 2010.
So 2 years ago. I'll be getting Max Payne 3 in the store because I've got so many different coupons and discounts and stuff. I'll be paying $5 for it, so happy about that. But that's the only reason why.
Yeah. Okay. For a deal.
Yeah.
But then Morphus points out, then the only point in going is to get some of those get some of that console crap until the Xbox 720, when everything is going to be Microsoft Live downloadable, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know that if that's going to be the case or not, but it does kind of make sense that the Xbox, what we're calling the Xbox 720, there you go, there's somebody's concept of it, which probably isn't far from the truth, considering Wii's tablet-like controller.
Yeah. Here's my prediction.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that there will be multiple models of the Xbox, just as there's been for the PlayStation and the current generation, and there'll probably be a discless drive one that for less of a price, and they'll just sell it that way.
You think they're going to go discless, or are they going to go Blu-ray?
I think there'll be a model probably with Blu-ray and then a model without, so that if you want to pay a little bit less and only have streaming stuff, you can.
Okay. At this point, I don't even see the point in having the Blu-ray. Well, all right, I said that, but actually the truth is you're going to have games like Gears of War, which requires like 5 discs. So they're going to end up having to do that. They're not going to make somebody download, 60 gig for the next Stalker or something?
I think what they're going to do is they're going to start locking games to your console with the digital download model as well as the store model. So as soon as you activate that serial number, it locks to that particular box that you own, and then that gets rid of the used game market. And so that's the nail in the coffin for the brick and mortars.
I was going to ask,
because that's one thing.
That's
one thing that they're trying to do, is they're trying to get rid of the resellability of these games, like play through a game, and it's, when we buy a game on the PC, you buy the game, you play it, and once it's done or you're done with it, it just kind of sits there, whether it's digital, whether it's a disc, because it's locked to our PC. You can't, without hacking it, play it on a different. You can't give it to a friend to play or whatever, or go and resell it. With the consoles, because these discs aren't locking to the actual console that they're playing on, you end up with resellability of those items, and they end up without the publishers end up without a market or a revenue stream from that market.
I thought they were getting rid of that, though. I thought they were making it so the discs would only play once, like in one machine.
Well, that's what I'm saying they're going to be doing with the next gen.
Oh, okay.
The next gen consoles.
The next gen.
Yeah, what is it going to be? Future gen? What are we going to call them? So we got Gen 1, next gen.
Well, they can't yet say that you're required to have internet connection for an Xbox. They can't do that. It's not the PC market. It is the console market. So they're not going to be able to lock discs to it.
For their demographic anyway, to do that, that would really hurt their sales. I
can see them like having maybe brand new disc where maybe there's like a little extra space on it where the drive can write to it, like burn some information on it, some unique Xbox identifier.
Yeah.
As it finishes installing, your CD player red rings on you and melts the disc edges, so you can't. It's a different kind of red ring of death, but
red ring or not, what you're saying is that as soon as your Xbox is dead, so are your games, aren't you?
Yep. Unless they take something like the Steam model, where it allows you to log into your account, and if that's the case, what's the purpose of having? Because I can take my Steam account and I can go to your house and log into your computer, download my games onto your computer and play them on my account. I don't necessarily have to have my computer at your house to do that.
Right. But then you can't play them at home if the other person's playing them there.
Correct. So is that what they're going to do with that? I mean, they've already set up that model where you have to subscribe to pay for something you already have and that you're already paying for with the Xbox Live package.
I like Morphus's idea. The disc melts after it installs.
It's going to happen one way or another. They are very inventive when it comes to getting your money.
I think there's a lot of sense in what Stryder is pointing out. I just don't see how it is. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do it. Well, we'll wait and see.
If they go to a solely digital distributed or streaming system, they're alienating a large chunk of the population that they, you look at Breezy and Welshie when he was still on that side of the pond, their internet connection was dodgy at best. And that's not an uncommon thing over there in that area. So how are they going to play a streaming game when it takes them 3 weeks to download a game to play, let alone download that and play it? Like,
well, when I mentioned streaming earlier, I pretty much meant like downloadable, not actually streaming video connection. Like a diskless Xbox where it only has a hard drive and you just download games to the hard drive. Although they may take up streaming too, who knows?
Well, we're supposed to be. They're supposedly already in manufacturing the device. The Xbox, this next Xbox, is supposed to already be going through the assembly line. Flextronics, I guess, is doing it. Oh no, they're testing. So we'll see what happens. What do you think, E3? Because Microsoft said it's not going to debut at E3, so why would they be manufacturing now?
Could be test devices or not test devices, but developer boxes.
Could be. Yeah, I guess so. You know why I hesitate to say that is absolutely true, because they're going to just turn around and say, here's the old Xboxes for all those developers, and just tell them that it'll work on the next Xbox.
Yeah.
And then they're not risking the new technology out there. They just need to give it to a couple people.
True.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. There are no leaked pictures. I haven't seen any.
It's going to be shaped like a giant X with a dollar sign.
You just feed it money.
With a slot in the top to put your credit card.
Yeah.
Little payphone slot, so you have to keep plugging a quarter in every 30 seconds to keep playing Call of Duty.
And a retinal scanner so that you're the only one who's allowed to play that copy of that disc.
What's sad is I can see it. I can see like Call of Duty Arcade, Black Ops 8, and 2 minutes and it's another $1. You can stop playing.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Next topic here that would have been great if Welshie was here, because he's a huge fan of Arma, and this right here is an Arma mod, and it is called DayZ, and it's in alpha stages right now. It's a zombie mod, and although they go into here with realistic zombies. Okay, whatever realistic means. Realistic zombies with with custom animations and well, now you're throwing this into the Arma game, which is all about being as real as possible. You have to use every key on the keyboard. Now go out there and look on YouTube for some videos, and let me see if I can find. I have a couple things here. This is a shorter one, but this longer one is actually alright. Hopefully this plays okay for you. I'll turn that volume down and I'll jump ahead. Okay, so just like Arma, this zombie game is going to require a lot of you just running around for a while, not doing anything, just running around, and then you'll shoot them. One shot kills.
That's pretty
Doesn't
fast.
Matter where you shoot them.
Yeah.
Some
zombies usually are a little stiff from their time underground.
They kind of do some stretching and calisthenics before they get up to speed.
Zombie yoga.
It takes far more bullets to kill glass than it does to kill a zombie.
I saw that. It was The realism.
I'm bored already.
He's searching a box. He found a box, so he opened up the box and he's just looking in it and found some stuff inside of it. Well,
Zombie
this is Arma.
condoms.
This is Arma. So those of you who love Arma are probably salivating over this.
I like to see a new mod. That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
But I've only seen one zombie. It's been like 3 minutes.
That's how this game plays. That's how it plays when you're playing against other people.
And you spawn, and you walk, and you run, and you walk, and you run. And then you wonder what the fuck you're supposed to do, because...
When you get there, yeah.
Yeah, certain nodes are glitched that... and you can blow up your entire team accidentally.
Or on purpose.
Yeah. Around here we call that jinxing your team.
Mm-hmm.
He found another box. Good for him. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's the whole game.
The zombie apocalypse doesn't seem terribly threatening.
No. There was only one zombie.
Yeah.
Now he's got the run of the town.
Go on about his life, really.
Ooh, he's creeping. He's creeping.
So they've added a bunch of objects, hunting and survival, where you have to eat during the game. This is for Arma 2, by the way. And some of the requirements that they have listed is, yes, Arma 2, the DayZ mod files, and a pair of balls. Apparently, it's required.
Oh, Kate can't play.
Oh.
Damn.
Yes, sorry, GameKat.
I have been told I have big brass cojones. I think that should count.
Chesticles.
Alright. So props for doing a mod, and it looks like it took a lot of work. There's something in that building.
It looks decent, like, visually.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, that was the thing with Arma. It looked real.
Mm-hmm.
It was too real. It took all the enjoyment out of gaming.
Mm-hmm. Might as well just enlist.
Like The Sims.
Kind of like The Sims. Or Call of Duty.
Well, there is also news which we've heard about since last year, but now they're going on with a new interview with gameplay for Arma 3, and this is a
Arma 3?
Arma 3, yeah, the next one. So they're gonna probably have to scrap this mod and start building it for the next one, I guess.
And put dinosaurs in it.
And put dinosaurs in it, right? Is that this game? So well, this one's gonna take place with a sub, so you're gonna have that. A whole new bit of realism.
Oh, good.
Underwater.
Now you have to swim. Yeah, because it wasn't hard enough driving a helicopter. Now you got to drive a
very,
sub.
very slow sub. Subs can't be fast. They can't be fast. They have to... He's speaking in Czech there. Alright, there's your helicopter, there's your sniping, and there's your constant running. So you got it all. It does look better. The graphics do look good. It does look nice. A big upgrade. Yeah.
Coming to a console near you.
I don't know. Is it?
There's not enough buttons.
Can you imagine an Xbox player playing Arma?
There's not enough buttons.
There's not enough buttons, and they would be like, "Oh, this is too hard."
Yeah, this thing's only coming out.
I try to bunny hop their way across miles of desert.
Yeah, I've been playing for 3 seconds already, and I still don't have an award.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, when it does come out, it will have a 3D mission editor, which means you can make some more missions. I think the other Arma 2 did that, and Arma 1 did that much later on, I think. Yeah, underwater environments with vehicles and diving.
That's cool. Something new.
Doesn't say anything about spear
They have
guns.
sharks.
Oh, with laser beams.
Yes.
Not realistic.
Can you play like underwater demo?
Or is it too realistic?
Fuel mode?
I don't know.
Sharks operating turrets.
There you go. Little realism. Okay. There's also news out there from Primal Carnage. Now, this is a game that Stryder and I checked out over at PAX last year. Looked like a good game. Yes, this one has dinosaurs.
It is dinosaurs.
It's all about dinosaurs. The other team is
I remember
dinosaurs.
this.
Yep. Here's a little gameplay to show you. Built on the Unreal Engine, it's going to have multiplayer, and I'm not sure about the single player. I don't remember that, but that's not what it's about. It's about the idea that one faction is human and the other faction is dinosaurs. So it gives you two different types of ways of playing. You have think of Left 4 Dead, where you have the zombies versus the survivors. Well, that's sort of the idea, except you have different kind of playing options, being a dinosaur. So what this announcement is all about is that they have now they're now officially the end of alpha? Yeah, the end of alpha phase. They are now in beta, I guess.
Which is good news. I've been waiting for this title for a while. Which means we're going to start seeing some demoing.
Play as a pterodactyl and you can swoop down and pick people up.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
It actually was quite fun. Played a little bit of it at PAX. It was like Left 4 Dead, except you were
a dinosaur.
Dinosaurs.
I guess you can also look at this like a Serious Sam too, in a way, because you have these giant, huge creatures that you have to try and take down that seem impossible, but you can do it. Yeah, there you go. Try snipe. He did it. He sniped. Sniped him. Now throwing some team damage with this, and it seems like fun.
The only problem I ever had with dinosaurs is that they've usually got like tiny little arms.
Yep, but huge claws and fangs.
High speed and strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
You get the Triceratops coming in there with his armor-plated head, fucking you up.
What was that game? I bought it. I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, World War II. It's with dinosaurs. It was on Steam.
Oh. What the hell was that? I remember that.
Dino
it was
something,
horrible.
Right?
Dino D-Day.
Dino D-Day, yes.
It was horrible.
I liked it for like the half an hour I played it.
Yeah, well, that's...
And exactly, Morphus. This is something different. Hooray, something different. That's what also excited us about it. It's not the same old thing.
We might get to see him.
Yeah.
Was that Ashton? I think that was Ashton. Yeah, we'll get to see them again, maybe at PAX if they're there again.
Okay, another game to talk about here. We have KRATER with a K. There is this new gameplay video out there for this. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is not necessarily because we're big RPG fans. We do have our preferences for RPG-type games. But this is being touted as a, which I don't know how it's different, a squad-based action RPG.
Ugh, I hate squad games.
So everybody is throwing like a whole bunch of... everybody's throwing like a whole bunch of catchphrase words in their titles. Like, just tell us what kind of fucking game it is instead of...
It's an SB MMORPG FPS.
Yeah.
I like those.
Fuck.
Oh, wow. Well, this is supposed to be due out in 1 month on Steam, so you'll be able to check it out there, which... Yeah, that's soon. June 12th, it says. And it is a lot top-down, which I don't care for, but... Why would you... GameKat, I'm trying to figure out why you're saying that you can't stand it. The idea
I
of
don't
this
like
squad-based
games because I get too caught up in doing my own thing to remember to tell the squad what to do. And I find... And so they just become useless, and...
Yeah, okay.
I just...
It's because you leave your companion to die.
I do.
Die, Clubby.
Well, when you have to tell them, like, I just remember from some of those, like, Ghost Recon type games that you have to tell them to wipe their ass. It drives me crazy. Run over here. Okay, stay there. Stand there. No, don't shoot the guy when there's 5 guys over there that are going to kill you. Like, they're just stupid. The AI is not smart enough.
It's true. I might check this out. I do like Fat Shark. I think they're a good developer. I loved Lead and Gold, but nobody else seemed to.
Oh, Lead and Gold, yeah. I don't remember that game, but I do know that they put that out along with Bionic Commando, Rearmed 2, War of Roses, and a couple they're working on right now, some adventure game, as well as KRATER. Lead and Gold. Man, that sounds familiar.
It is a multiplayer only Western, third-person Western.
Oh, I remember that.
Came out for PC and PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And absolutely loved it. It wasn't popular.
So this one is coming out on Steam, which I don't know if it's coming out on any other platform. I know some of their previous games did come out on like PS3 or whatever, so I don't know how they're going about making this game or distributing it if it's coming out. But we'll find out. It's on Steam. That's important.
And GameStop.
I wonder how Ricochet. I wonder how Ricochet handled their thing with Steam. You know, with their name confusion. That's.
Oh yeah.
Did it need to be handled? Was it handled? I wonder what's going on with that. Because those of you who don't know, Valve is putting together a game called Ricochet. Based on, they've had this name out there for a while, and they should have a problem with another game out there called Ricochet, even if it's spelled slightly different. So I've been wondering what's going on with that. All right. I don't know. Okay, another
but the guy's
game.
name is Rick.
Yep.
He's an Irish guy. His name is Rick.
I just figure all they have to do is give Ricochet a subtitle, and they should be good.
I don't know.
Ricochet, we spell it with a K.
Yes.
Rick O'Shea, yes. I got you,
Rick
Stryder. Took me
O'Shea.
a little while.
Yes. There you go. You can see it soaking in slowly. He's like, that doesn't make sense still. Oh, wait.
There it is.
There it is.
And it's bad.
I seem to pick up. Yeah. GameKat's issues I guess, rubbed off on me where I can't do more than one thing at a time. Okay. Let's see. Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite, they say, is now delayed a year.
Aw.
Yep.
But
they need more time and money.
Do they need more time to make the movie so they can have the tie-in?
Start a Kickstarter project.
You see, I don't know. You see, not only does this news come out that this is delayed, but like the day after this comes out, there's news out that's that they're posting for help for the multiplayer version of the game. So maybe they only made a single player and realized we need a multiplayer. And they can't start a Kickstarter because they have a publisher. Right?
Yeah. Because Bioshock 2 multiplayer was so popular.
Did it have multiplayer?
Ooh, sarcasm.
I didn't even know it had multiplayer. Okay, well. So, yeah, this thing's going on. There's video and gameplay that's out there, so you gotta. I don't know what's going on. Like, there's a video out there from last year. This one here, 15 minutes of gameplay footage, and this is not just 15 minutes from anybody. It's from the developer.
Yeah. It looks good too. I was digging it.
Jump ahead. There you go.
I don't quite get why the girl wants you to choke her, but
she's kinky.
Into that.
Everything else was good.
Okay. Where's the fun? Oh, there's some gameplay. Walking around with a pistol in this very interesting looking world. I gotta say, the world does look interesting. I like the idea that I don't feel so trapped underwater.
Yeah.
But wasn't that the whole point of Bioshock is that you were trapped underwater?
No, the whole point of
In the
Bioshock was that it
50s.
was the 50s, even though it wasn't the 50s. Yes. Oh. Got to kill all the townspeople. Cool.
Oh,
Well, you pretty
Oh,
much had to in the other ones too, because they were all batshit insane
Yeah.
from
I think
being
finally
trapped underwater.
For a long time.
Yeah.
I think that's when you might have some NPC groups that won't attack you.
hmm
But I'm pretty sure by the end of the game you won't run into anybody that's friendly.
Okay.
I wonder how this links to the Bioshock story. You know, with the little sisters
Yeah.
and all that. I wonder if it does at all, or if they just
I was actually
started a
kind
whole
of
new
thinking
story.
that chick that we saw that liked to be choked in the beginning there. I was thinking that maybe she was a little sister or something, or taken,
grown up
grown
little
up.
sister.
That's what I was
Well,
thinking.
This is supposed to be in kind of in many senses a prequel. It takes place I think before Bioshock, but it's not supposed to have any connection. But who knows? They could have some sort of Easter egg in there somewhere.
So that's little sister's mama.
Maybe so. Yeah. Because Bioshock it takes sort of 50s Art Deco stuff, and this takes almost colonial stuff, or sort of America coming of age type. I don't know, early
You're-
So
1800s.
it's a little more
I'm ju-
steampunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just watching this foil. You're gonna love playing this. Upside down, roller coasters.
Well, I'm not sick yet watching it.
You're not playing it.
I'm not playing it, yeah.
It looks
It's kinda
confusing to me, but
confusing.
in a good way.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Yeah, I
that.
agree.
Confusing.
But interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame. It's delayed at least a year more.
I'm willing to wait if it's a quality game.
Yeah.
I'd rather they take their time and make a good game than just keep crapping out crap.
You say
There
Call
you
of
go,
Duty?
yes.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't alluding to a specific franchise there. You could draw your own conclusions.
All right. We'll see what happens. What else we have? Wolfenstein. I don't know. Depends on where you are. They're going free to play. Wolfenstein 3D is going free to play. You can head over to a website near them and start playing along on Wolfenstein. Let's see. There's a whole commentary and thing on with. I don't like this video that I got, so I'm not even going to bother playing it. But it's a. All right, I'm going to say it's a good game, but you know what? It's pretty damn old.
It's nostalgia.
It was cool on the 8086 that I had.
Well, it's high tech in the 80s.
Yeah.
I played it the other day. I got to level 2 on whatever the hardest difficulty is.
Oh, you played it online?
Yeah. You can use the mouse or you can use the keyboard, and it is funky using the mouse. It's like all weird delayed. It feels heavy, so keyboard's better.
What I didn't take a look at was what kind of language is this thing running in?
Probably JavaScript or something.
Well, I can't right-click it.
Oh.
So it's not Flash. It's not JavaScript. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what?
View
Maybe
the
the
source.
source code will tell us. jQuery. Oh, yeah, but that could just be part of the other stuff on the site. No, that's tracking information, reading cookies, how to play, Amazon Oz. I don't know what that is. I think that's some more tracking stuff. And a YouTube video. I don't know. Without doing some more background checking. I mean, that could be in a frame or something like that. It could be externally loaded. Yes, it is. It's an iframe, actually. A game, wolf3d.html.
Hmm.
And and I can't view the source. They did that on purpose. So the scripting is preventing the source code from being viewed, so we don't know what it is. Okay.
Those bastards.
Yep. It probably is JavaScript. So turn off your JavaScript. It won't run, but you'll see the source code.
Good idea.
Okay.
The commentary with John Carmack is pretty good. I got through like half of it before I stopped, but it's cool to kind of watch him play and talk about silly stuff as you go along.
Yeah, I think he's more of a person that's better to watch in live than it is to try and watch him through interviews, because I don't think I've ever gotten all the way through any of his interviews. Watching videos of them, I just kind of get bored after a while, and it's he's a programmer. What do you expect?
Right. Yeah, one funny thing he did say was that for the Super Nintendo, I guess because just of Nintendo's rules, you couldn't have you couldn't shoot dogs. So they changed the dogs to big rats, and because you couldn't kill people, they had to change all the Nazis to like robots with green blood and stuff.
So it was politically incorrect to kill Nazis back then?
On Nintendo's platforms, yeah.
Because now they're like enemy number one, and all. It's like they're the only politically correct enemy.
Yeah.
Free game, yeah. All right. That's our list of topics, but we can talk about anything else you want since it's pretty damn early. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah. Yes. This
Go ahead.
Orion Dino Beatdown. Was that talked about last week? It's this game Orion
No.
Dino Beatdown. No. All right. So
No.
this game Orion Beatdown. Dino Beatdown.
Spiral Game Studios. Okay.
Yeah, just came out on Steam, but it was released in a very broken state. It's a multiplayer-only game, and no one could play online because it's like some really broken stuff. I'm glad I didn't buy it. I was considering it, and then I checked the forums, and it's just nothing about people except people complaining. And so they released a patch like over the weekend to fix this multiplayer game that nobody could play online, and it's still having lots of issues. And there's even talk of the developer like sort of plagiarizing other games. All the achievements apparently use either stock photos or other people's game assets. It's
Oh yeah, we talked about that as a Kickstarter, and the
I think it started
Kickstarter
off
got
as a
shut.
Kickstarter.
That was a different
Yeah.
game.
Or was it?
That was something with the
This-
letter M, like Majesto or something. I don't know. This is a different one.
So it's running rampant.
But I do remember
Yeah.
seeing video of this. So I think it was a few weeks ago that we mentioned it was coming. And you're saying that this thing has it been taken off Steam?
No, not yet. Some people are saying it should be taken off, and it's sort of mired in a lot of controversy. And there seems to only be one developer at this point, almost, because everyone's either taken off or has complained or has been laid off from the team. There's only one guy responding on the forums about everything, really. And I don't know, but a lot of people were kind of marking off Spiral Games as this is their first and last game because they won't buy anything ever again from them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is
It's-
another
it's-
dinosaur game, except the
Yeah.
dinosaurs are AI. They're not other players.
Right. It's a soap opera for sure on the forums.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad, but plagued with issues and a stolen material. Yeah, okay, I won't get it.
So you got that, and then Diablo is supposed to come out in 2 days, I think. Diablo and Max Payne.
Yeah, I've heard about that coming
that's right.
out.
They're both coming out.
I just couldn't stand Max Payne 1 and 2, so I don't know why I would even consider the next Max Payne if I didn't like those. Too slow. Too much drama.
It looks
I
good.
never played them, so I don't even know what they're about.
I got them in box. Look at how
They're more
old they
confusing
are.
than they should be. A lot more confusing than they should be, but this third one looks so good. It won't come out for the PC until the end of this month, so I won't be able to get it until then, but it looks fantastic. That's enough to draw me in.
I'll wait till Christmas and get it on sale. It's from Steam, maybe.
Yeah. What else is there?
Well,
You've
Diablo
got-
3 is that one's coming up. That thing is supposed to be released on May 15th, actually this week, right? Couple days.
Yeah, it's
that's
Tuesday, I
what
think.
saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If only it weren't $60.
Right. It's their own game engine, only on Windows and Mac. It's on Mac even. Wow. And it's a action role playing game.
Yeah, I played the beta. I didn't like it at first, and the multiplayer was a blast. And eventually, like maybe 15 minutes in, you start to feel like a badass, and they do that really well. But at the same time, it's so simple and so not difficult. It feels like this action role-playing game that's a mask for Bejeweled or something. It's like Bejeweled, the RPG. It's that simple and that laid back and that casual.
And that addictive?
And that addictive, yeah.
Okay. No, that's a really important part, because otherwise I'm going to say, why am I going to spend $60 on this when I can spend and get Guild Wars 2, which is going to have all these multiple facets and the ability to play single player, multiplayer, and do all this great stuff for free without a subscription. And does this have a subscription?
No, it doesn't, but you have to be online. You have to be online.
Online single player, online multiplayer. Yep.
Which is crazy. Yeah, so it's a possibility where you can get lag in single player, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Somebody else tried that, and any burp in your internet, and you lost your progress because you weren't allowed to save until you got to certain locations of the single player. And
Wow, that
any
would
little
piss me off.
any little burp in your internet would invalidate all your gameplay up to that point, to your last save. I can't remember what game that was. It was an FPS, and it wasn't that long ago, and it was horrible.
It's so ridiculous.
Guild Wars 2 has announced a stress test on Monday.
I just never have time. And why Monday?
I don't know. So that you don't go on and break it.
Yeah.
So I don't go on.
You don't go on and
Just
start
stop the
tearing your
sentence there.
clothes off and running around their world naked, like you did in Guild Wars 1.
That would certainly stress someone, test someone's stress.
It stressed the hell out of Breezy.
Valve and Blizzard have reached an agreement on their DOTA, Dota dispute.
Right.
The naming.
Right. What's the agreement? Any idea?
Valve will be able to continue calling it Dota 2.
Okay.
And 3 and 4. Half-Life Dota. Fortress, Team Fortress Dota. All that.
But there's Blizzard Dota coming out. And that it looks, well, I haven't really seen anything from it, but it sounds so much like a Me Too product. It's like, oh, Valve's doing something with Dota. We should probably get on that too.
Yeah. Blizzard Dota will now be called Blizzard All-Stars. More specifics about the agreement are not available. EA has reported a decline in Star Wars The Old Republic subscriber base.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but they've been saying that
Stryder.
for a while. They say that every week.
Yeah. Well, originally they said there wasn't a decline in the subscribers. There's just a decline in the, what's the word?
That's right, they were subscribing but not
Concurrent.
playing.
Yeah, they were subsequent online users were not.
Yeah.
That had dropped, but the subscriptions hadn't. Well, now the subscriptions have.
Okay.
But I think in their defense, they say something like, "Oh, it's just the casuals that have dropped off," or something like that.
No, I don't believe it's the casual. I believe that they're charging too much for content they're not providing.
Didn't they say they were going to lower the price?
They had said originally that you were going to pay the subscription fee, and there was going to be monthly or bi-monthly releases of new content. So far, they've given update 1.2 and 2 flashpoints. They've entirely catered to the PvE or the PvP audience, and the PvE audience has not gotten anything that warrants paying that subscription fee. So it's not casual players. It's the people that have a brain and are saying, you know what, you're charging us to pay for something that we already bought on the disc. And what else do I have here? In the theme of Mother's Day, here's some Mother's Day cards for you. Video game Mother's Day cards.
I don't know if I'd be clicking on them, but okay.
Oh, you can. They're safe.
My favorite Mother's Day card that I saw this season said, "If I don't get 2 birthdays, then neither do you."
That is good. Torchlight 2 is insert beta, I guess, for all those who want to sign up for it.
Who is that again?
Torchlight 2.
Torchlight 2. Okay. Torchlight was pretty well received, and it's kind of Diablo-esque, right?
Yeah. I pre-ordered it just because I got a little bit of a discount. It's the only reason I pre-order stuff. And I'm not quick to jump into the beta. I kind of don't want to. I just want to wait to the final product, because even though I got, I think, the first one for like $5, it's okay, but it didn't really do anything to keep me there. I've played it maybe a couple hours total. So I'm hoping it'll drag me in, but at the moment, if I were stupid, I'd pay for Diablo 3. But I'm not.
If I were stupid, I would pay for Diablo. If I was on crack, I would pay for Diablo. But as I am not on crack,
I shall not.
I shall not pay for Diablo.
But
no.
Path of Exile, it's like free Diablo 2. That's coming out really soon.
Yeah,
Path
and you can
of
play
Exile
it now
was
pretty
fun.
much. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what kind of changes they made. You know, I'm like holding off to play it again. I want to get the full experience all over again without, you know, getting bored from playing it.
They just added a class to it.
Right, something stealthy sounding, like Shadow class. That's what it was.
Shadow, yeah. I haven't played with that class yet, but I did kind of. They force you to start over when they do these big updates, and I went through and they made some changes to make the game harder. It really is harder, and it's just a fun experience all around. And it's free. It will be
free to play. Yeah, with microtransactions if you're interested, but not that you have to do it. This is, by the way, only going to be on Windows, so it's just going to be a PC type game. Which okay.
I'm sending you a picture to grab really quick there.
Okay. So yeah, right now they have character classes: Marauder, Ranger, Witch, Duelist.
How do you know she's a witch?
Templar and Shadow. And I'm only assuming that the Shadow one is like very stealthy and can go possibly invisible or something like that.
I guess I'll find out after the show. Like a new account or a new character. It's a wonderful game.
And there's alternate play modes, which they're calling leagues, like hardcore, where characters cannot be resurrected but have to respawn back at the someplace, one of the starting points. Iron Man, no inherent mana regeneration, so you don't get any extra mana. What you spend is what you spend. Cutthroat. You can enter other characters' instances to try and kill them in order to steal their items. Ooh.
Oh.
That's tough. That's like a nasty PvP.
Yeah. Cutthroat sounds the closest to like a standard MMO where people can just kind of go in and out of wherever you are.
And steal your stuff, though.
Yeah.
Attrition is one here where the lowest ranking players are eliminated at regular intervals. So as you're playing along, if you're lower ranking, you get cut.
Yeah,
Couldn't cut all of you.
You are the weakest link.
I
Goodbye.
cut as many of you as I
Pretty
could.
much.
And then they also have one called Paid League, where for a small fee, the players may have a private league created.
For a small fee, you too can be a cult leader.
And, well, what that means is they can have a server that has their own rules on it. That's what that's all about. Now, what is this a picture of?
A man
Something that
with
was brought in
nice
for
face.
framing.
Standing next to a vacuum seal.
Yeah.
That's my brother. Those two weapons were brought in. Yes, that is the BFG. Those two weapons were brought in from BioWare for framing.
Ha.
Oh.
That's pretty awesome.
I thought he looked Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Okay. That's cool. What else you got there for us, Ham?
I'm trying to think.
Master of all things game.
I do think the league idea it's fantastic because you can sort of switch things up sort of on the fly.
And it makes sense for them to charge for that. You know, you want your own server with your own rules? Pay us. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's brilliant. And it's the logical step to Diablo 2, not what Diablo 3 is. And any fans of Diablo 2, I think, will be big fans of Path of Exile, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious what the replayability is, if there has to be one, or if there is just like no end, you know? Because I only played in like an alpha or beta, so there was a definite end to the game where then okay, you can go back and restart, but you know things are a little tougher. So I wonder what they're going to do with this and how it's going to change up. I haven't played it since then.
That might be their biggest issue is having new content. I mean, the randomly generated areas are great for replay value, but unless they end up coming up with lots of missions and lots of new areas, it may get, for people who are just like really into it, it may get old a little quick. But I think the leagues may extend the gameplay value too, because you can switch up the rules in so many different ways that you have these almost impossible challenges.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that they're releasing a game of that caliber for free.
Yeah, it's
really
insane.
Yeah. I don't know how they're doing that or why, but thanks.
Yeah. The developers, or at least one of the lead developers, stops in often too. I don't know what country they're in, but it's always
Australia.
like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're in Australia. We met them at PAX.
Okay. Yeah, they stop in like really early in the morning, at least here in the States, and they ask kind of how is it going, what problems are you having, any suggestions, things like that, and it's cool to see them talk and say, oh, we're going to add that, or that's great, I'll add that to the list of things to change.
Yeah. Especially this far in development. It's like they're still doing it. It's not like they gave up caring partway through because they ran out of time.
Right. Yeah.
Or because the publisher said you have to release it on this date.
Mm-hmm.
According to this, they are their own publisher and distributor. Grinding Gear Games.
Oh, fantastic.
Which is why probably they can get away with doing it the way they're doing it, taking their time and doing it right and not charging.
But again, where's the money coming from?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Kickstarters. I don't know. Is there a Kickstarter for it?
In-game advertising.
I doubt it.
It could be. I don't know.
Maybe they're just independently wealthy and they wanted to give back.
They wanted. Yeah, because that happens. That's how they got independently
Our cynical
wealthy.
natures would not allow us to believe that.
Okay. Oh, you know, one fantastic bit is Battlefield 3 for consoles. Not sure if you've heard about this, but the official EA servers and DICE servers are starting to disappear because they just introduced that option where people can sort of rent their own servers. So now the
On the
official
console,
ones are starting to disappear.
Oh.
And EA servers are there, but DICE's are all gone. Nobody can find any of those. So it seems like almost like they're artificially killing it already.
Yep, that's probably why they came out with the ability to rent, because they want to shut down their own servers and stop having to deal with it.
And I think the problem for a lot of people, though, is that when you have your own server, you can make your own rules. So people have these weird matches where, like, 2,000 ticket matches, and I don't know, it's like just all these really, crazy stuff. And there's also talk of people, if they're outplaying the host, then they get kicked from the server. So
no, that happens anyways.
Yeah.
That's video game logic. If you're worse than if you're better than the people you're killing, they're noobs, and if you're getting your ass handed to you, they're hacking.
Mm-hmm.
That's video game logic 101.
That's the way it all works.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So people's experience on the consoles, I'm not sure what the future is going to hold for that. Maybe things will turn around once these updates come, these close quarter combat and all that stuff. But we'll see. Maybe they can go back to playing Call of Duty.
Dude, you said duty.
On purpose.
Okay, we're pretty much at our hour, so any final notes you want to bring up?
Doom 4, QuakeCon, this year. It's going to happen, I know it. I feel it.
Meet him at QuakeCon.
Yes. Free drinks.
What?
Oh!
Don't say that.
What? I might go for that.
Obviously, you have no idea how much I can drink.
I got really drunk last year and did that, and woke up with a bill for like $400. I'm like, everybody, free drinks, and that was not good. But I'm confident I can do it again.
Okay. Sure, why not? All right.
Just as we're confident that we can beat $400.
Yes. Consider it a goal, everyone.
Yeah. Feel free to come to Seattle in the fall and exhibit that same generosity.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay, I'll wrap things up. If I can figure out where my wrap-up thing is here. Okay, I want to thank our hosts for taking the time out to chat on this beautiful Mother's Day. Stryder, thank you very much for joining us today.
It's always an adventure. And hi, Mom. Love you. Like you're watching.
GameKat, thank you very much for joining us today.
Anytime.
And Ham, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Okay, so finally, I want to thank you, the fans of MODSonair.com, and the subscribing members of MODSonline.com for making this show possible. And until next weekend, everybody, go out there and say Happy Mother's Day to your mom. Bye.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com. And please consider subscribing to MODSonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
That is kind of cool, actually, I have to say.
Of course it is.
Of course.